I want to get this out because I'm frustrated. I'm tired of this. People on YouTube that say that they're Christians and everything else, and they probably are, but what they don't understand is that the position of time that we're in right now, it is so close you can almost taste it. Let me give you a perfect example. The Chilean miners episode, they said that there was 1 billion people that watched this rescue. 1 billion people, that's almost a sixth of the people on this planet. A sixth of the people on the planet. If you watch closely, and I know most of you don't, if you would have watched closely, everything about that story was occultic from beginning to end. The story itself is ludicrous that men lived 69 days underground, and when they came up, they were almost perfectly clean. And I know people say, well, they had a place to wash up. They were in the dark. They had night light, and not like one that you plug in a wall. You can only see in the dark a little bit. It's a military application. It doesn't mean that you can see yourself. The numbers, 13, 69, 33. 33 is in the occult is 3 times 3. It equals 9. The word Saturnine. 69 means the blood of the child, the divine. 13, the Hebrew number for Saturn. Get it through your head. Saturn is Satan. There is nothing holy here. Zero, zilch. There is nothing holy here. They were down there for 69 days. Do you know when they came up, the apparatus that they were in was called the Phoenix 2, spelled F-E-N-I-X. Phoenix 2. The phoenix is a mythological creature that arises from the flames. Interesting that analogy is used. Rises from the flames, which is incidentally what we have in a molten form in the center of the earth. Rises from the flames to create anew, to start over again. In other words, whatever this plan is that they have is getting ready to go forwards. Those are not the men that went down there. If those are men that went down there at all. During the interview, which they won't let me post it because it's the news and they shut it down, it said, no, we won't show this anywhere in the world. They asked the one guy if he could pick his face out of the 33. Now, regardless of how long you were in prison, don't you know what you look like? Why would you, and why did they have to emphasize the 33? In other words, can you pick your name out of the face from all the rest of these men that are demons from Saturn? And why is it that when they were interviewing him, you know, the guy has his life, they gave him a good sum of money, they have their wives and their children. Why did the man say, I don't know, something's right, we don't feel whole? Because they're not. They're not whole. They're dead. They're not human. Why on the back of the wall did they have the number 3 carved? Why did they have the Hebrew sign of Saturn right next to it? See, this isn't the only case of where this is going on. The BP oil spill, that was not an oil spill. That is a cover for something else. There's something else going on in the ground again that's going on in the ground, and things are coming out. Then you've got the Gulf of Aden. Remember the pirate story in Somalia? Let me explain to you what a pirate really represents. In the occult, Saturn, or Satan, is referred to as a man with a peg leg. Sounds like a pirate. And where those ships are at is called the Gulf of Aden. The Gulf of Aden. Go look it up. It's A-D-O-N. That comes from the Greek Adonai, which comes from another name of another god called Adonis. The Greek god Adonis is the god of the abyss. No, the abyss is not hell, for those of you that don't understand what it is. The abyss is just a place where those things hang out. Hell is reserved for punishment. Abyss is where they hang out. The Creator hangs out in his area, they hang out in that area. A matter of fact, in the occultic theology, when Satan defeats what you would call God, he'll be thrown into the abyss, which is the depths of the oceans. And the other way around is, as a Christian, you're taught that God will throw him in the lake of hellfire. See, this is a duality thing. The book of Acts clearly talks about one time and one time only that there are those things that are in the ground, Tartarus, go look it up, that those things that are in the ground will be released, at least some of them. Remember, 1 billion people watch some guys come out of a dirt hole. Yes, I understand. It's a public relations humanitarian story. It ain't that interesting. If you understand what's going on, there are things coming out of the ground that are of biblical proportions because they're supposed to be. And if you people don't start doing your own investigation, you wait around for people to do your bidding, you are going to be lost. I know. Jesus will save me. Yes, he will. But you'll be dead first. Don't you have any care or want about what's going on right this second? You don't care enough to go do your own research? You just scan YouTube and look for videos of imbecilic things. Instead of taking the knowledge that you've gained as one that studies the Word and go out and look for this stuff, you just wait for somebody to come along and offer up some type of an explanation. It isn't all Jesus is going to save me. That's the most important thing, but it should be the last thing. You should be looking for your own safety and the safety of your family. Our time is limited. I mean, it is so limited. I'm going to show you some stuff on the rest of this video or the next video that's going to show you what's down there, what's coming out, so that you can see that this stuff is not made up. Scientists can see things down there that you can get on video. They don't know what it is. I know what it is. You know what it is. Wake up. Do your own studies. Stop prancing around screaming, Jesus loves me. Jesus said when I was a child, I did things as a child. When I became a man, I put away my childish ways. Put away your childish ways and start doing your own investigating. You don't have to make a video, but stop and look at things. Look at things. Men are coming out of the ground after 2 months. Come on, you know damn well nobody's going to survive in a cramped space like that with even a hint of claustrophobia or being sick. Where did they go to the bathroom? I mean, even something stupid as that, but nobody brings that up. Nobody threw up. Do you know what the pressure is like down that far? Nobody got the bends coming up. And they all came up and they had very nice sunglasses on. Just stop. I'm just asking you to use your mind. Use your head. Because you saw men come out of the ground, you assume those are men. But they can't pick themselves out of a lineup. They don't feel normal, even though they got exorbitant amounts of money. You know, if anything else, these guys should be running around butt-ass naked going, I'm free. Look at me. I got all this money and I got weekends off. But they're not doing that. There's something wrong with the story. It's the biblical time that we live in. They don't feel whole. The guy said, I saw myself. I'm dead. He says it. I can't put it on the air because NBC News won't allow me. I tried it and they blocked the video. They are not alive. They are dead. They're dead. I don't know what kind of hocus pocus, Saturnalian, Satanistic crap that was pulled, but those men that came out, if they are men, are not the ones that went in, if anybody even really went down there. And I'm starting to doubt that in the human form.